What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, I was watching a video of Alicia Baumgartner speaking, and we know by now people are gonna pick and choose sides based on who they like more. The truth don't mean nothing to so many people. They just care about being ignorant and taking sides of someone because of everything other than what the truth is. So, in this video, Alicia Baumgartner basically said she gave all the information that she needed to the commissions, and she know who she is, and that it's all bullshit. She's clean. Now, what they choose to do with it, is up to them. But pretty much, she's talking about who she wants to fight. She's not like, you can see that she clearly isn't worried about this kind of shit. And I thought about the Claressa Shields call outs and all of that. And I'm thinking that not that not that she wouldn't accept the fight if Claressa was to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it, which it really makes zero sense for Claressa Shields to just go to 147 to fight her for what? Like, it does nothing for the division. You understand what I mean? And so you're not climbing the ranks in that division. It's just a fight to say it happened. And then there's going to be all kinds of excuses afterwards. First excuse is going to be she was too small. And, I clearly do not see her beating Claressa Shields. I see her getting fucked up. Like, she's not good enough, in my opinion, from what I see with her. I'm not convinced at all, in my strong opinion. Like, I'll bet on that fight. That's a fight I'll bet on. Heartbeat. Okay? But the feedback from that, you understand what I mean? People involved with the sport understand that could also be a move of to persuade the commissions. For people in boxing that can kind of persuade the commissions, like, look, man, who knows what these deals, what type of little deals people cut and talk behind closed doors. We're not there. This is big money involved, and it's like if let's say if her being suspended could harm a potential big fight or whatever, just saying, like, and I'm saying that part of her intentions could be that. Don't have to be, but that's believable, right? That's something logical that yeah, get the right person to talk. You don't know. I don't trust the commission. I don't listen. People are people. Your title don't make me trust you. I have to know you as a person to say I trust a person. Okay, but I'm hearing a lot of ignorant shit because now the same things that people were saying in regards to Miss Dog Cream on the hands, same thing. They're saying I'm seeing comments that saying things like Elise is innocent. No, she found it. Her, I don't think she did it. What the hell does her looks have to do with her being innocent or not? Yeah, Hannah Gabriel, same thing that they're saying about Hannah Gabriel. She's too beautiful to cheat. I don't believe it. Oh my God, Alicia's body and this and that. And I'm like, man, listen, that's just some simple shit. That's why they call these dudes simps now. This is that generation. Dudes are just simps. You know what I'm saying? So because now all of a sudden everybody's attracted to Alicia. Oh, now she's innocent, and because y'all hate Claressa more or some dumb shit like that. Okay, but let me say this. I've said this before, and this is what people don't get. If you listen to what Shields is saying, she flat out said what I'm saying. But for one, they're not even close in weight. And the fact that to Shields, she looked at Alicia as a friend, that they bonded, and to come out that way, to say that she wants to fight her with a story attached to it, and the fact that people are I heard one channel giving the information all screwed up, saying he was talking trash about Claressa and like, oh, Claressa just don't want nobody to be as popular as her. And like then the bitch had the nerve to say she didn't even call me, check on me to see if I was okay. You know, hey, yo, you shouldn't be talking shit. That's why that motherfucker knocked you out. You know what I'm saying? And so why she got to call and check up on you and everything? Because you know if you and I'm like, this dude don't even know what he's talking about. That sparring footage of her getting dropped was like 5 fucking years ago. That wasn't even new. So when she's saying she didn't even call to check on me, she's talking about like, I hear the bullshit rumors going on, and you know, you good, whatever. So, like when they started accusing Alicia Baumgartner, did you hear Claressa Shields attack her? You understand what I'm saying? She talking about just for the support, like, yeah, you know how people are, they, talking shit, whatever. That's what you expect, even if you're not looking for somebody that you consider a friend. But you don't even if you're not looking for it, the fact that they don't do it, but when they do mention your name, and while all this shit is going on, it's like making it seem as though you don't like you scared to fight, you turned the fight down, I called her out and she ain't won, that's two-faced shit. So as far as that goes, you know, and look, if it was vice versa, if it was Shields doing it, I'd be saying the same thing about Shields. The reality is this: if you're not willing to go to her weight class, then there's no need for the call out. See, everybody's against catch weights. It depends on who it is, though, right? Then when somebody calls somebody out at a catch weight, and the reason it's a catch weight, okay, even though it's full 147, neither one of them fight at 147. And let's just say the fact that like, let's say if for Baumgartner, I don't know what her walk around weight is, but let's say it's easier for her to make 147 because let's say she's closer to that weight normally. You know damn well Claressa is like walk around like 170, 175. So you know damn well for her to come all the way down to 147, like for one, everybody's so A side, B side, right? But now all of a sudden it's okay that Baumgartner's putting the challenge out at 147. Like when, you issue a challenge regardless, there's going to be stipulations. She's not the A side, not by any stretch of the mind. So why in the hell is Claressa Shields going to say, well, hey, listen, I'll come down to 147 to fight you to prove what? She's not calling out Baumgartner. Baumgartner's the one trying to make noise like, okay, I want the fight. And like I'm saying, I'm not going to knock a fighter for wanting to take a fight. That's not what the issue is. It's the way she went about it. She see it as a backstab. And if you look at it for the way it's actually happening, it is some backstabbing shit. It's two-faced. And pretty much it's like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it has Claressa feeling like, I thought this chick was my friend. You understand what I mean? Especially when you start to talk and you guys talk about things outside of boxing, you start hanging out and you actually bond. It's like, look, the story of Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. People didn't understand why Marvin Hagler had, ill feelings towards Ray Leonard. Now, Marvin Hagler says he won the fight. I don't think he won the fight. I thought Sugar Ray Leonard won the fight. Bottom line. But where the tension comes from is because Marvin Hagler, okay, he wanted to fight Sugar Ray Leonard when Ray Leonard was 147 pounds. Duran wound up going to 160 to fight Marv. Hearns wound up going to 160 to fight Marvin. But I never understood this whole, if it's something you want to do, then you do it. I just never understood this whole thing about like smaller guys going up to these heavier weight classes, not because they outgrown the weight class, but just for the sake of making the fight happen. Because like, in other words, I don't know if it's that Marvin couldn't go down to 147 or 154, but he stayed in his comfort zone at 160. Now, the reality is, if I want your belt at 160, then I have to go to 160. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's no belt on the line at 147. So what the hell? Like, what's the purpose of the fight? The same way people are saying, well, what's the purpose of Terrence Crawford going to 154 to fight Errol Spence? You understand what I'm saying? If he'll go to 154 to fight anybody that has a belt, okay, well then that's the reason. Now, if he went to 154 to fight somebody that don't have a belt, okay, but then let's say he won't fight Spence at 154, he can fight him at 154. It's just nothing to gain for him at that weight class other than maybe he looks even better this time against Errol Spence. Okay? And the fact he can say, I hold 2 dominant wins over him regardless. Even if it's a better effort from Spence. But if he wins, then that's what it is. If he loses, he still has his belts at 147. Okay? But bottom line, y'all get what I'm saying. Now, this is where, let me get back to Marvin Hagler and Leonard. Bottom line is when Marvin Hagler thought Leonard, made an announcement, he said he had an announcement to make. And Marvin Hagler and a whole lot of people in attendance, okay, thought that Ray Leonard was getting ready to announce that he was going to fight Marvin Hagler. And he actually addressed it and said, I know everybody want to see me and this great man, this great fighter, Marvin Hagler, fight each other. And he said, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I'm here to announce my retirement. So that already had Marvin like, okay, damn, you understand? Like, man, okay. Now, Marvin is trying to get a certain superstar status, okay? He never became as big as Ray Leonard, okay? And so basically, that pretty much had him feeling some kind of way. Okay, that's for him to deal with. It's not like, Ray Leonard gave him any indication that they were going to fight or told him they were going to fight and then backed out. That's not how it happened. Now, Ray Leonard made 2 attempts to fight at 160, and he did. I believe that those attempts, when he did it, was to see what it felt like at 160. This would determine if he's going to fight Marvin or not, depending on how well he does. And I remember him saying, he don't think he want to stay at 160. He think he feels more comfortable, going fighting at welterweight. Now, what happens is he's at Marvin Hagler's fight, one of his fights, and Ray Leonard tells a story. Okay, and he tells a story that he leaned to his brother and told him, man, I can beat this guy. I can beat him. And so now Ray Leonard throws a party at his house. But him and Marvin Hagler are having contact. They build a friendship. So Marv is over there. He's talking to Ray. And Ray Leonard is, yeah, so what's your weight, man? What you walking around now? What weight you at right now? And yeah, I'm around such and such, this, that, whatever. Okay, yeah, all right. And Marv is pouring his heart out to him, telling him about, man, I can't get the fights I want. I'm contemplating retiring because, I can keep fighting different guys, but like the guys I want to fight, I can't get these fights, And at this point, you got guys coming on. James Toney, Michael Nunn, Mike McCallum, Julian Jackson, they got, a whole lot of younger guys coming in, Tate. Now, after he's telling him this is when Ray Leonard starts asking him, like, and he's telling him, like, consulting with him, like, yeah, man, sometimes it's like that, man. You got to, really figure out what you want to do. So he's talking to him like he has a genuine concern. So now when he's asking him what his weight is like right now, like, Ray Leonard was sitting there taking all the information he needed. So after he sat there and told Ray Leonard that, and remind you, Ray Leonard is retired at this point. Ray Leonard is there, like, consulting him, get a guy a hug and everything, dapping up. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ray Leonard's being interviewed soon after that. And, Ray Leonard, just got confirmation that Marvin Hagler's telling him, like, I'm thinking retiring. Like, it's like, what's the purpose, right? If I can't get the fights I want. So without talking to Marvin Hagler, Ray Leonard comes out and says, I'm here to announce that I will be fighting Marvelous Marvin Hagler, name the date, time, and everything. So they already was in negotiation to, this is the plan, and this is when I want to do it and how. So Marv don't know none of this. So by the time he hears about it, it's like either he's going to take the fight or not, right? You understand what I mean? Condition wasn't a problem. Marv was in shape, and the part about his weight was to, okay, we fighting at 160. So whatever Marv's weight was, Ray's trying to see how close to the mark Marv is to fight weight. You understand? And things of that nature. So for him to hear it that way, yeah, he felt betrayed. Like, damn. Because Ray Leonard could have said right there at his own party, well, how about this, Marv? We could make that fight happen. Me and you was a super fight, man. We gonna set it up and make it. No, he didn't do that. And he knew Marv was gonna be mad. Did he care? No. Because bottom line, he wanted Marv to come in and fight like a maniac. Come in here and, try to take his head off. Boxers love that. You understand what I mean? Because, yeah, they're gonna pick you apart. But it's the principle. Now, I don't know how close Marv and Larray was in terms of friendship, but they both considered each other friends. They both had said it. But the same with Claressa and Alicia. This is the point. It's the principles. You understand what I mean? If you heard somebody who you don't really give a shit about go on ESPN or whatever and say, I want to fight this person, September such and such, they got a card coming up, I ain't got nothing to do, take the challenge, whatever. Okay, bet, But somebody that you can start to consider a friend to do it that way is like, this little dirty mother. So that's what that's about. And like I said before, Claressa Shields got in there with Savannah Marshall, big ass. Ain't no way in hell she's getting no little ass, Alicia ass Baumgartner. And I like both of them as fighters, but come on, y'all. That's what this is about. So when the people talking about, oh man, she out here calling out men and she getting mad, like y'all don't even understand the point. She's not friends with Keith Thurman. You understand what I mean? It's not the call out. It's the fact that Alicia Baumgartner and her, she thought had a friendship. And that's not the way you call somebody out. Let's say, for example, if you had a disagreement with a family member or a friend, you choose to call them out over social media instead of having a conversation with them by phone or in person or whatever. You don't put your business out there that way. Now it's disrespectful. So now you took it to that point where, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, Claressa Shields don't need to fight a 147-pounder. She has belts in her weight class. So whoever's there is there. You understand what I'm saying? And if anything, Alicia Baumgartner, she needs the names like she's talking about Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor, and these other smaller fighters. She needs those names. Alicia Baumgartner don't need a name at 147. You understand what I mean? There's still work to be done where she is. So if you want to call somebody's name out, I feel like you should be willing to go up to that weight class. Like, you understand what I mean? To call somebody's name and then, oh, meet me at such and such weight. It's like, really? So it's just a lot of talk and people just saying things that really don't make any sense. I think that's a fight that's not even necessary, to be honest with you. It's just like Gary Russell saying he was going to go fight Terrence Crawford, and I'm like, that shit's not ever happening. because Gary Russell little ass is not going into 147. His body, he's too damn small for 147. And if you've ever seen Alicia Baumgartner and Claressa in front of each other, you can see next to each other, the side, the frame, everything. She's too small, man. She's too small. And I don't like to do fight, but not that I don't like it so much. I just don't, but I really can see this fight being, Claressa is going to make Alicia Baumgartner work harder than she's used to. She's accustomed to being able to lay back and box, pick her shots, decide when she want to box, decide when she want to move and mix it up, because she's able to do that. She seemed to think more weight she gained, the more weight she gained and go up in weight classes, that she's going to punch harder. It really doesn't work that way. Either you can crack or you can't, but we've seen people that can crack. What happens when they go up in weight? It's like, damn, it's not easy knocking these big motherfuckers out. So what you think happens? She's getting pushed faster. She's fighting faster and harder than she normally has to. And she has to fight to keep Claressa off of her. What do you think is going to happen? She's going to start to gas. Now, let's just say, for example, that she can work on her conditioning to the point where she can, go in there and fight that way. It's different because Claressa has always fought that way. Throwing those rapid fire combinations and having the stamina and the energy to be able to recoup quick and keep it going. Not let you win around, just shut you out. And that's not the type of fighter that Alicia Baumgartner is. She takes her time, she moves a lot. And she's definitely not going to beat Claressa on the outside. She has to come in, and that's the dangerous part about it. She's going to run into some shit. Now, hand speed, she's not even faster than Claressa Shields, even though she's way smaller. She's not even faster. She's not stronger than Claressa. She gets knockouts here and there, and she can punch, but just saying, regardless to who would win and lose, and I believe strongly she gets dusted up by Claressa, but either way, it's getting her attention. You understand what I mean? And if she feels like, man, fuck our friendship, I'm about this money, Claressa, get over that. You understand? I mean, they were just both at a Detroit Lions game, not too far from each other, right? But at the same time, it's just I'm making this video because I'm just trying to explain that, like I said, it's not because she got called out. Shadeja Green called her out. You understand what I'm saying? She's not mad because somebody calls her name. It's the point of, like I said, she thought this was a friend. Put yourself in them same shoes. You think somebody's your friend, and all of a sudden you turn a video on and they're sitting there talking shit about you and trying to make it look like they punked you and you're scared to fight and you made a side excuse about, oh, you too small, like, oh, you don't want the fight, or however it went. But that's all it is, man. So yeah, and that's why Marvin Hagler basically felt the way he did about Ray. Now, I don't agree with Marv that he think he won. I mean, if he feel like he won, hey, but I don't think he won that fight with Ray. Hands down, Ray Leonard won that fight. But the way Ray went about getting the fight was, that was some backstabbing shit. And Ray didn't need the fight. Marv needed it. But they got the fight. It elevated Ray even higher because Ray didn't even have a warm-up. He didn't have a tune-up. And he got knocked out in sparring the same week before the week of the fight, he got knocked out in sparring. You understand what I mean? And I remember that news hit. Then, that's the time we didn't have internet and all that, social media. So you don't know what's fake news or not. That was in the paper. People talked about it, and it's like, it wasn't for one, it wasn't like unbelievable. Shit happens, man. Fighters get knocked out, they don't want to admit it, but now it's just that you can find video footage of it and they go, oh shit, I didn't know that happened. Yeah, but that's sparring. That's all. But yeah, and sparring is different when you have sparring sessions where you're working on certain things, and then you have what we call idiot sparring, where you just fighting out of ego and you're fighting in there like money's on the line, like a belt is on the line. Yeah. And you know, so yeah, if you in there giving it your all and you and that person going back and forth and you get knocked the fuck out, yeah, it means something. But then it doesn't. Because it doesn't, it's not going on your record. But hey, certain people, yeah, you hear the term that person has his or her number, then you just have a situation with sometimes, because let me tell you something. You got sparring partners that never fight pro. Only difference with pros and amateurs, okay, is pros get paid, okay? And of course, through time and skill, you develop to become a better fighter. Some people don't, you know, but at the end of the day, yeah, tell you now, you in every sport you got certain, like these combat sports, you have certain people that you never see on the TV camera, and they be fucking fighters up. And you know, I be thinking like, oh, and that's what a lot of reason why a lot of pros like to say it's just sparring. It depends on the type of sparring. But I'm just telling you, don't sleep. You heard Dylan White talking about it one time, like, yo, bro, I went to the States, man. Yo, they got some guys in that gym. I'm telling you, you don't even know. They better than fighters. I'm like, yo, you should be making money. A lot of people they talk, but they don't understand how things work. So, that's all that is. And to be honest with you, it's not even a fight I'm looking forward to. I just feel like people need to just do what they have to do. Clean up a division before you start talking about running up and down and all that. If you can't get certain fights to clean up the division, I can understand. You know, and fights make sense where nobody's draining themselves to try to make weight or ballooning up too much. It's where, okay, I'm comfortable with that weight, you comfortable with that weight, let's go. But other than that, it's like, yeah. But no, I wouldn't stab a person in the back. How you think Joseph Parker would feel? You know what I mean? If he turned the video on one day and Tyson Fury was talking shit about him and saying how he wanted to fight him or vice versa, right? So, same thing. Anyway, talk in the comment section, y'all. And Happy New Year, everybody. It's 1:34 in the morning right now, and my ass can't sleep. You know, so I was going to wait till earlier, but I said, nah. And I'm about to start some training. Yeah, in a little bit. Probably about, yeah. Well, anyway, about to start some training. I'm up, might as well get it in, right? Happy New Year to y'all. And listen, I've been stressing this out, like stressing this, man. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do in life. You know, I got a video where I'm speaking about this kind of stuff more candidly coming up real soon. And yeah, it's just so much in my personal life, people I know, situations I know of and see, where I'm constantly having conversations with people, even strangers, about these same type of things, because that's what people love to do, put limitations on you, and that's what that is. You know, so that video is coming. Check that one out. Check all of them out. So anyway, talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, for sure. And I'll catch y'all on the next video. Happy New Year. Salute. Be safe. Whatever y'all do, keep your eyes open. Don't be naive. All right? Enough talk. Done.